Grand Rising. So today's collective message is a little less, is not really a collective message, but more of a conversation about how we react in this life to things that are happening to us. Can be a pull from a previous life. I had a reading yesterday that I would like to share with you without giving any details away. That stuck with me for the remainder of the day. After this reading was over, after I do any readings, I do release your energy and the energy of your spirit teams. And after releasing the energy of the person that I worked with yesterday, I could not escape the idea of, first of all, knowing that the gift of being a psychic is a sacred gift. And then the information that comes to psychics does not have to be forced and is extremely something that you can kind of float on or flow with. On yesterday, a repeat client of mine who I hold very dear to my heart, but whose life I do not know fully, requested a past life reading. Now, quite a few of my regular clients are in my savings and subscription plans, which means that they pay one flat fee a month for whatever type of reading they normally will get, and they get it at a discounted price. And if they want anything else during the month, they also get those services at a discounted price because they're on this plan. So she was pretty much, when she booked her appointment, I know she probably did not have anything pressing at the time, but she had to book her appointment so that her prepaid appointment would not expire, right? I felt this energetically. However, she did want a past life reading. She wanted to know, what happened in her past lives that are affecting her in this life. There was a very significant life that we visited yesterday, a very significant life. In this life, I felt a lot of emotional toil at the end of this woman's life. But in this life that came up, she was a protector of women, this woman, to the point where she was an outlaw. Her entire life had become, it wasn't a job, it was not a goal, it was just something that she did that she knew was right. And that was protecting women by all costs, even if that meant taking out the person who was harming them. This was not her job, y'all. This was just the thing she did, and people could depend on her to do it. It wasn't, she didn't sit around thinking, this is my life's purpose. No, it wasn't that time. This was back when, people were migrating to the West and looking for gold. This was in those days. So what she did in her life was so significant that let me get into a little detail. In this previous life, this woman fell in love with another woman, and they were together, and her mate was accidentally killed in this life. Well, once that happened, it sent her into a state of unraveling, of distress, depression for years. She fell into a state of alcoholism. She would not leave her property. People could not approach her on the property either because of the kind of life she lived. She pretty much, she was an outlaw, so people were afraid of her. After her mate passed away, she ended up dying as well, self-inflicted death. But when she died, this town that did not know her, who felt like they could not approach her, who let her die on her property at her own hand, they erected a memorial to her. A statue, a memorial. This is how important she was to them. But she didn't know how important she was even to herself. She had purpose. The people in the town called her a gate. They considered this one woman their protector. They called her a gate. Like anybody who came into the town had to get through her to get to any of them. She did not see herself in that way. She did not understand her power or position in that light. She just knew if a particular thing happened, she didn't like it. She didn't want it to happen. So her response was to handle it. And she was known for handling it. But no one ever said to her, we depend on you. Not one person. No one ever said to her, without you, we wouldn't be safe. Without you, we couldn't just walk through this land untouched, unfazed, unworried. But when she died, they felt unprotected. When she finally left, the town didn't know how they would survive without her. See, what this woman did was, in these days, men beat their wives. They could beat them to death if they wanted to, with very little or no punishment. So it was her work to protect those women, and she did, often by killing their husbands. She was known for this, okay? If she was seen in another town somewhere, people knew somebody was dead. That's how big her reputation was. But for her, I'm just making sure that lady is safe. That's all she thought. That's it. So when her mate died and she slipped into this depression, people couldn't come onto her property because she was quick to pull out a shotgun. She would shoot you. So nobody could approach her. They could not give her the love. She was not open to it. She didn't know that she needed to be. She wasn't open to the love that the people had to save her life. She wasn't open to the gifts that the people in the town had to bring her for saving their lives. She kept herself closed off, her heart closed. She died of sorrow because the person she loved had died. After that reading was over, I thought to myself, now let me say this. They built this memorial for her after she passed away. They called it the Gate. And people would come and want to take pictures with it or, be seen with it. They would picnic around it. That's how important she was. She never knew that. After that reading was over, I thought to myself, sometimes we have no idea who we are. We don't know who we are to the environment around us, to the people around us. People may not think that they can approach us because of where we are, what our position is, how important we think we are or are not, right? It's important for us to know our value. And it's also important for us to keep our heart chakras open. Even when we lose the thing that is closest to us, even when we're unable to accept or explain tragedy that happens around us, there is a reason we exist, even in that moment. We are always being loved. There is never a deficit. When we lose people close to us, do you know that your spiritual body, your higher realms of consciousness, your ancestors, spirit guides, the angels, they've already put things in place that will secure you when you lose that thing you think is most valuable to you. See, when this woman lost the person that she loved, she didn't know she'd already established so much love in her town and country that spirit could send her 100 times what she'd received from this one person. But the focus was on getting the love from this one person that led to her demise. It's not about if our wives still love us, if our husbands decide to stay or go. If our children call us. We're always getting what we need. We've just got to get intelligent enough to know it doesn't have to come from the source we're most familiar with. What we need can be given to us by anything the spirit world deems acceptable and in alignment with our path of love. I cried so much about that yesterday. It was a beautiful reading, but after it was over, I thought, how much time we waste hoping that particular people love us, see us. The truth is, if those people never see us, never love us, God is constantly sending people in your life who stand in that balance of paying attention. In my lifetime, I personally have never had a great relationship with my mother. But y'all, I've had 1,000 mothers in this lifetime. They've shown up as friends, they've shown up as mentors, they've shown up as teachers, they've shown up as aunties. Every time I've ever felt like I need to be close to my mother, God would push another woman in my way. My friendships have always been with women who were much older than me. And they would attract to me. I would attract to the teachers in school who were the hardcore disciplinarians. They were mush in my hands. I loved them and they loved me. One of them is one of my spirit guides right now today. 3rd grade teacher, Sarah Flanagan, with me all the time. Mm-hmm. I just think to myself how much time we spend chasing after the people who will never see us when there are people who see us very clearly. And they're like, hey, I got the love here. I'm trying to give it to you. I got the love here. You can take it. I got the love here. But our heads are turned. We're like, we want it from there. But I want it from, and we cry about that. And this is being given to us so freely. So today I challenge you. I challenge you to pay attention to your environment and your surroundings. I challenge you to pay attention to where you see deficit and then where there could possibly be a blessing hiding for you in something else, something that you maybe ignore. You don't connect with as deeply. You don't take it seriously. There's always what you need is always sitting somewhere else in a different package, waiting for you to find value in it. Deeply emotional, the reading was. Deeply emotional were the thoughts after the reading. But I thought that I would share that today instead of a collective message. And maybe that is a collective message. I don't know. But I know that we're often chasing behind things that are unavailable to us because society says they should be. They should be. A mother should love their child. A father should love his children. He should stay. How many fathers walked away and uncles stood in a balance? How many daddies walked away and coaches stood in the balance? But we need a dad. Well, God sent you a dad. He sent it in a form of your coach, right? In the form of your neighbor who gets on your nerve, but always checking you when he see you out somewhere doing something you don't have any business doing. He sent you the discipline that you needed, but you didn't respect it from there because that ain't my daddy, right? We're always getting what we need, even when the people we think we're supposed to get it from are denying us that thing. It's time, y'all. You know, I'm quick to tell y'all, we in the rapture right now. This is it. We're in the middle of it. You're wrapped up in it now. It's not going to be a kaboom and everything happens. No. It's going on right now. So it's time for us to pay attention to things just a little bit deeper, a little different. Change your perspective just a little bit. Open your heart up just a little bit to something new and different, something out of bounds. Yesterday, people started showing up to take things from the house because I did decide that I would give everything away. And a couple came in yesterday, an old friend of mine and his new husband came in yesterday and took some things. And I thought to myself, looking at the two of them and talking about their situation and what they'd experienced and everything. And, you know, I thought to myself, wow, you know, I've seen this man with other people, but this guy, it seems like he's with someone he loves very deeply, and they love each other. Their souls just seem to connect. And I thought, wow, look at all of the time wasted with other people, all of the, you know, the emotions given to folks who don't show up in this way with this sort of connection. And now you have it. What did it take for that to happen? Belief, time, knowing, an open heart. I'm sure all of it. I'm sure he got discouraged along the way. Like, I'm never dating again. Only for that thing to finally show up when he was ready. And then to go into union forever. My heart's so big. But I'm going to get off my soapbox. That's it for me for today. I don't have a whole hell of a lot to say, okay? But I just want you all to really focus on understanding that there are no deficits in your life. Not a one. Your people love you too much for that. Don't you know there are ancestors on the other side right now who are rooting for you simply because you are a part of their line and they want to ensure that their line is not only successful, that it journeys forever. So they're going to give you what you need to ensure that that thing happens for them too. Ask them to show you. This person isn't loving me. Where should I focus? Sometimes it's right back on you. And what you need will flow into you. Just be open to it not being from who you expect it to be. That's your collective message. Well, we won't be coming on into the room today because you guys, I have no table and no chairs. They're gone. So we will be doing the duration of your questions right here from this chair today. I'm going to be looking all over the place because my computer is all the way over there, which is where your comments are. My camera is right here. So I might be, looking back and forth. Forgive me for the next couple of days while I figure out how to get out of my home and also, do your daily messages and answer your questions until Saturday. So thank you for joining me today. Thank you for coming on in the room. If you have a question that you'd like to ask, please hit the link in the description box below. I think the link is right today. I think the link is right today. I hope it is. I thought I was being smart when I created the stream at the last minute. But click the link in the description box. I love your likes, your shares, and your subscribes. Please tell a friend. Please tell somebody who feels like they're in deficit that there is a psychic who answers their questions for an hour every morning here on YouTube and Facebook. You all, are you a Life Path 11? Me, LP, I'm a Life Path 9, actually. If your question was for me, you might have been talking to somebody else in the queue, but because your truth always heals me. Oh my God, LP. Thank you for saying that. That means a great deal to me. A lot. Y'all see that I'm all weak and shit today, so don't be punking me out, okay? Making me cry, because I'm a gangster. No, I'm serious. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But I'm deeply emotional today. I feel so deeply connected to spirit, and I feel so grateful. You guys, I just feel grateful to be in alignment with my spiritual body, with my spiritual family. And, we don't pay attention to the ones who love us, and we chase the ones that don't. Prachi. That's a word. That's a word, Prachi. That's exactly what we do. We do. And we expect that, certain people are supposed to love us. Maybe, but not really. I needed that, Auntie. I'm so happy you all needed that, because I felt really nervous about sharing it. Wow, I needed that. Wow, amazing. Okay, Pinky Lee. Thank you all for the validation. I felt like I needed to say these things, so I hope that it resonated. What a wonderful collective, Auntie. Thank you so much. Great. Something else that came up yesterday that I wanted to talk about. I am speaking to one person's reading yesterday. Somebody who does follow here on YouTube. And if she is watching, I would love, if she didn't mind, to come online, if she was open to talking about it, for her to come on in the room. But something else that happened yesterday that really validated me in this reading was, she had a conversation with her spirit team before starting her reading. And she asked for something very specific. Very specific. She said, if this is this, let me hear this word. If this is this, let me hear this word. And in her reading, I said exactly what she asked spirit to reveal to her. If this is not for me, say this. And first I said to her, I don't think this is for you. And then I said the exact thing that she had asked spirit to say to her. I mean, the exact thing. And I bring this up because I wanted to say that when you are working with a psychic, I am not talking about a tarot card reader, guys. I'm talking about a psychic, okay? When you're working with a psychic, somebody who tells you they can see the future or they're clairvoyant, using no tools, I want you to be cautious, because I see that people come into the comments and they're like, contact me, I'll read for you or whatever. If you are working with a psychic who you have to give information to, that's a no-no. A tarot card reader is different, because they're looking for something in particular in the cards to answer your question. That's a bit different. Tarot card readers, you don't necessarily have to give them information to. They can simply read the cards and give you what's in the cards. But even before you have a question with a psychic, we should be able to tell you what's going on in your life, what you need to watch out for, and sometimes why you're coming to us. A psychic you should be able to go to and say, I just want a general reading. In that general reading, they should not only talk about the past, the present, but they should bring up the future. Oftentimes in that general reading, they'll answer the question that you have listed to be answered, if it's in alignment with what spirit wants you to know. But psychics should be in alignment with what you already have going on. If you're having a conversation with spirit, you get on the line with the psychic, some sort of way they should be validating the conversation you just had with spirit. That's how it works. That's how it works. There's a natural flow. There's no pulling, there's no stressing, there's no asking questions. Although I must admit, I will ask y'all a lot of questions, because sometimes I get answers back and I'm like, it's impossible. I'm not saying that. So I might be like, well, can you tell me, have you ever done this? And if you answer that, I'm going to give you what spirit said. I'm like, yeah, because they just told me blah, blah. And it fits into your life. But oftentimes I'm like, well, before I say this, I might ask you a question. But usually spirit is just flowing information through us that validates the both of us to each other. And if you are not having that kind of experience, I would definitely tell you to always get a second. Also, when you read with me, I say get a second opinion. Go talk to another psychic. They'll often give you the same story from two different perspectives, but you can validate that they're both right. Or you're going to get two completely different stories. And you got to figure out who you believe to be the one giving you the right story. Also, some psychics can see you at different energetic levels. They can see you jumping through your lifetime and things changing. Some cannot. They are only able to read you at the level where you are right now. There's a lot to this, guys. It's not as simple as it seems, and it's not just an answer. There's a lot that goes on in the psyche, in the spiritual body, in the third eye, and of a psychic. But I just said that yesterday because throughout her entire reading, even with the she was an assassin pretty much. Even with the assassin part, it still spoke to her life in this time. She's a great shot. The girl can shoot a gun. Like, she can shoot a gun very well. Kind of like on her first try, just automatically, So there are things that naturally flow in our spirit, in our lives, that are connected to other things. Don't just think, well, it's because of this in my childhood. No. You can have a natural disdain for possums because maybe you got bit by one 2 lifetimes ago. You know what I mean? It could be a lot of things. Like, I don't understand in this lifetime why possums, rats, or snakes even exist. I don't know why we need them. I hate those 3 things. Why do we need possums, rats, and snakes? Why do we need them? What are they here for? Everybody else has a purpose. What are the purpose of those 3 animals? Send them back. Send them back. And we could never get rid of rats. They said if we go through an apocalypse, y'all, rats would be the only thing that survived. Rats and roaches, by the way. I'm just saying. I don't know what made me say all of that, but I said it. Okay. Where are we on? Hey, Jay, energy checking, energy, grand rising. Where are we with everything else? Do we have any questions? Are you all coming in the room? Absolutely. We only got like 2 people to come into the room yesterday. 2 people. By the way, Chicagoans, everybody is coming to get my things. Everything is free. If you're a size 9 to size 10, 9.5, 10, y'all, I got the baddest shoes on the planet over here. If I can't get rid of them, I'm going to take them to the beauty shop with me tomorrow and just sit them out. They're going to eat them like cough drops, Jolly Rancher candies. They're going to take them. But anyway, there's plenty of stuff still here. So if you want it, call your cousin with that big truck, that pickup, and come and get it. Come and get it. Okay. Oh, and by the way, Spirit was right. Spirit was right when they were like, give it all away. And I was like, that ain't Spirit. That's the devil. Y'all, one of my friends had literally just moved out of an apartment and into his own space, and needed everything. It needed everything. I had not talked to him in a couple years. And I just sent him a text very randomly saying, I'm moving. My stuff is available. He's like, oh my God, literally came over the very next morning with his mom and took most of the stuff that I had. It was right on time for him. See, I was obedient. I was in alignment with what he had going on in his life. I hadn't even talked to him in years. He needed the things that I had. Man, listen. Only thing I thought to myself when he was getting that stuff, I was like, oh my God, I'm about to be blessed. I'm about to be blessed. I'm about to be blessed. I was like, I was obedient and he needed the stuff. Oh, shit. I know Spirit is like, all right, go on, break off some money. Go on, break off something. She being a good girl, gonna give us something. So I'm just looking forward to my gifts coming in. I gave, so now I can receive. Okay, so what we got going on today? What we talking about here, y'all? Come on in the room. Come talk to me. Somebody come talk to me because I looking over here at you, trying to look at your comments. Tell them yeah, looking over here at your comments. I can give y'all eye contact here and read you over here, but I'm gonna try. We don't have anybody asking questions. How much time do we have on the clock? I can't see. Control, how much time do we have on the clock?
32. 32.
Have you 32 already?
Yeah.
Okay.
We already did 32.
Okay. Thank you. You guys, I love your likes, your shares, and your subscribes. Also, I wonder, like, am I coming on too early, you all? Do I need to come on a little later in the evening, in the morning? Is this too early? I wonder, like, if a better time, Auntie, I'm going back to that stupid job. I'm only doing it because Spirit says so. I told you. I told you. Go on back. I know what you got going on there, but go on back. If Spirit supports you doing something, they'll carry you. So you don't have to worry about anything. Go back. Go back. Spirit will carry you through that situation. You ain't got to worry about them damn people. You know what I'm saying? Go back. I want to know what happened with Zach's job at the Marriott. Zach, if you're watching, did you get the position? Let us know. Let your community know. We're looking for an update. What else is going on over here? I see that this bottom comment, I can't read it, but I can tell that it's from King Kenyatta Rain just by the length of it. What does it say?
It is a question. He was asking about does he need to come in the room to learn more about life path numbers?
Oh, thank you. Control, I so appreciate it. To be honest, y'all, I don't Krista,
Say that again. I'm
mute,
losing you.
mute. I can hear your perfect. Thank you. I can hear the background off the microphone. To be honest, you all, I don't know much about life path numbers. I just know, what your life path. I will tell you this, life path numbers in some sort of way correlate with tarot cards. I don't really remember, somebody broke this down to me before, but if you pull your life path number, you should be able to look at one of the major arcanas as in relation to that life path number as representation of who you are in this lifetime. But I don't know a whole lot about them, to be honest. Like, I know that if you're a life path 1, you match the energy of the Fool. I know if you're a life path 9, you match the energy of whatever I think the 10s are, because you're in the final kind of path of learning, life path of learning. So you represent like whatever the 10s are or something like that in tarot, I think. No, but I had another interview for another hotel and got more interviews coming, and my music go, yay, Mr. L. So opportunity is still popping up, but if you don't do the music, you know that that's the thing, right? You know, you got to focus on that music. Yeah, I'm a 4. Yeah, you got to focus on that music, LP. If you get the job on the flip side, great, but you got to focus on that music. That's where spirit wants you putting your, y'all know that those talents, everybody has a talent. You know, when you're nurturing those talents, you are giving back to God. You are a creative being. You come from creation. When you create, you are in alignment with your natural state of being. You are a creation, creating from a creator. That's what you are always supposed to be doing, creating something. You're in natural alignment when you create. Don't forget that. You're from a creator. You are a creation who is here to create, co-create, create. All right. We'll keep updates, Auntie. Thank you, Elle. We're invested too. So, we want you and Prachi to do y'all thing. You know what I'm saying? We got y'all back. So of course we want updates. Grand Rising, Miss Beard, Grand Rising. Y'all, nobody is coming in the room. Y'all, I don't want to be fussing at y'all. Somebody come in the room. Somebody go call somebody and tell them, go ahead, ask the psychic the question right now. Tell somebody new to come into the room. Tell somebody to come into the room. Maybe, I wonder why. My writing feels so negative to me, so I haven't in a while. What do you mean? What do you mean, Tanika, by it feels negative? Let's look into that. Come into the room. Let's look into that if you want. Your writing seems so negative. What does that mean? Like you're only able to produce things that are negative? Is that what you're saying? Because if that is in fact true, that can be what you're supposed to be writing right now. I remember this one time I was doing a general reading. This is when I first started doing readings. I was doing a general reading for the sign of Aries. You can find this video too in my video log. I was doing a collective reading for Aries, and I kept getting a negative reading coming in. Like it was a terrible negative reading. And I kept going back. I would drop the reading, go back into meditation, prayer, release it, come back, and it was negative again. So I was like, forget it. I'm going to go ahead and just read it and record it. Y'all, it came out that the reading I was doing was right before that explosion happened in Beirut. I was looking at the explosion, and I didn't want to read about it because it looked so dark. I could see people running. I could see death. And so I was like, oh no, this isn't for me. This is white light. I'm like, white light. And come to find out, it was a week before the Beirut bombing or the Beirut explosion that I was getting this message, this prediction. And by the way, I wasn't watching the news at that time. So after the Beirut explosion happened, one of my neighbors was like, did you hear about that explosion like last week in Beirut? And I was like, what? No, I don't watch the news. He's like, yeah, an explosion happened in Beirut and blah, 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 blah. And when he was describing it, I'm like, I did a reading on that. So sometimes you're being sent negative information because you're the messenger to give people the information. All right, we got a situation revealed with Queen T. Bring her on in the room. I'm looking forward to it. I'm just going to ask that they clear this energy for me. All right. I just asked for something different this time. Interesting. Grand Rising.
Grand Rising.
Today. Look at I always does that. Grand Rising,
I wanted a general message for me.
baby. Okay, let me just pull your energy.
Okay.
They're showing me something, but I don't know what this is. It looks green, but it looks like it's wrapped around something. Give me a moment. See, I don't know what this is that they're showing me, but it looks like something green that's wrapped around you. It's something green, but I see it like it almost reminds me of a rope, but maybe not. You know what it reminds me of? Garland, like that you put on a Christmas tree. That's what it reminds me of. But it's green. It's wrapped around your waist, and then I see it like it has like it's not limp garland. It has like that moldable something like material in it. But I'm trying to figure out what this is. I keep asking them, make this clear, show me. Now they're showing me right now on the floor as I stare down, my carpet is green. Now they're showing me like a ring of green. What is the message? Will you just give me the message instead of the visualization? I just heard she needs to relax. Okay, I heard she needs to relax. They are taking care of it. They we said we would do it. We are doing it. I just said, what is the it? Some big ass man just said to me, shh, just like that. Like he got up very close to me. It was like, shh. It made me feel uncomfortable, but it was loving. And then I just heard, put a towel on it. Y'all, will you give me a full message? They said, shh, we got this. Okay. Okay. Okay, but I like what this is a live recording though, y'all. I mean, what are we talking about? They're going back to this green thing wrapped around. Okay, let me say this. The color green to me represents growth. It also represents heart chakra to me. It represents prosperity. But they keep wrapping it around your waist. Okay, I'm gonna just say I strongly feel like something dealing with fertility here. I just said, is this a baby coming? Then they show me, girl, I don't know what this is today. Then they show me, so they show me the green, then they show me bursts of yellow light coming out of the green, like flowing down towards the floor. I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't know what this is. There's going to be did we already talk about this? There's going to be another baby. I just heard she will bring forth fruit.
You said that a few readings ago. You did say that because you asked, was I pregnant? And it's crazy because I had a dream the other night that I had a little baby.
Really? Yeah, I feel
Hmm.
like, you know what I feel like they're doing? I feel like they're showing me that your womb is maybe being cleansed, sacred, or where your prosperity will come from in some way. I don't know. I'm literally, that part I'm just kind of making up because I don't understand. Like if I see green in the body when people are healing something, right? If you're going to the doctor, you healing a pain in the body, I'll see it in your body in the color green. That makes me know that that thing is healing or it has been healed, right? So I don't know if there was an issue around the tummy that has healed, and that's what I see. But then I see this golden light coming out of it, which I associate with protection, but I also associate it with the solar plexus, which is the tummy area, right? So I don't know. I don't want to make it up. I don't know what I see, but I strongly feel like I feel like the womb is being prepared for new life. I feel like it's being maybe going through some sort of detox or cleansing. If there was something wrong, I feel like it's being healed or it is being healed. Yes, the light will turn to white when it is fully healed. Girl. So something going on in this area, it looks like, is being healed. So the golden light is protection around this area, the womb, as it's being healed. When it is fully healed, this will be white and you will be pregnant with child. 3 is significant here too. This could happen in about 3 months. What is this? June, July, August. They said the month of August, but that would be 2 months. Piercing sound. Yes, ancestors, I hear you. Please make your message clear and I will obey. I will be obedient to your word. Just make your message clear. Okay, so I just got a piercing in the left ear. Yeah, I'm going to tell you, I feel like you're about to have a very fast entrance into something. I feel like things are about to go like this. Very, very quick, like boom, 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 boom. This happened, and this happened. Like house marriage baby. Like it happens in less than like 6 months. Before you know it, like my life is all the way different. And 3 months ago, it wasn't like that kind of. I don't want to make this up. I don't know what I see. Just keep all of that I just said in your back pocket.
Okay.
And hopefully something comes of that makes sense to all of us.
Thank you, Auntie.
You are so welcome. Thank you for allowing me to read for you today. It was a gift and a blessing. Maybe I shouldn't have asked for personal readings today. The spirit ain't, they not acting right. But thank you for allowing me. I look forward to talking
you.
to you.
Have a
Bye.
good day. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, I'm about to rant real quick. I gotta say something. Hi, Auntie. I completed the cord cutting meditation and I'm so happy I did. Yay! Good for you. You're feeling better. Keep working it. Keep working it. Keep working it. I will listen to it every now and then just to be sure. Congratulations. Good for you. Good for you. I cut some cords too. Yeah, it does make you feel a lot better. Real good. Pull your energy back. Real good. Real good. You get strong quick. I'm about to rant real quick though. I got to say this. Now I'm giving away all of this stuff for free. I listed some of it on Facebook. Do y'all know that you people, you Americans, this is just for my Americans, okay? This is about Americans. Americans, I am so disappointed in y'all. Y'all associate money with anything of value. If somebody, now I had listed one of my chairs, I had listed it for $70. I kept getting all these hits. Is it still available? Still available? Still available? I had to try to find a way to turn off my notifications because they were coming in so quick for this chair, right? Then Spirit is like, give it away for free. I go back, y'all, change the price to 0. Every message I get, what's wrong with it? Why are you giving it away? That's okay. I don't want it anymore. Americans, we are so brainwashed to think that money equals value. That if we are paying a ridiculous price for something, it must not be that valuable. If we don't have to pay for it, something's got to be wrong with it. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. If I was in another country and I said, yes, everything's for free, people would be lined up down the block. Let me come in and see what you got. But Americans are like, well, I ain't got to pay for it, so clearly there's something wrong with it. Whatever's wrong with it, let you keep it up. Passing up on a blessing because you think something got to have a price tag for it to be worth something. That's, y'all, that's conditioning. That's capitalist conditioning. I keep getting all these messages for people interrupting my live. Is it really free? What's wrong with it? I'm not even responding because I'm upset. Capitalism. Yes, it's an ugly thing. And it controls so much of our thinking. Capitalism. It's a mess. We're always looking for a price tag. Well, how much does it cost? How much did you pay for that? I got it for free. Really? I remember somebody had donated me. I was before my bike was stolen outside of the Whole Foods in Hyde Park last summer. Anyway, I had gone to a bike shop, and in the bike shop, I was telling them, I was like, you know, when I'm on my bike all the time, I chafe and it like burns my bum or whatever. So they gave me 3 sets of like padded biker shorts. It was like 2 of the onesie ones, like the shorts, that's the onesies, and then a pair of biker shorts. All of them were padded. So they gave them to me. I was so happy, like, yeah. And I'm riding. It feels so much better. And I remember telling somebody, I was like, oh, yeah, the bike shop gave me, this stuff for free. And they're like, why would they do that? I wouldn't have trusted that. Somebody probably wore that shit first. The truth was, it was a bike shop that taught kids how to fix bikes. And they would always get free stuff in from sponsors like Miller Lite and Smirnoff vodka, but they could not give the stuff to the kids with alcohol endorsements on them. So they would hold them for their customers who they thought would appreciate them. I wouldn't have trusted that shit. And I'm just like, people are ridiculous. I think that they were really jealous because I looked so hot in those biker suits and they didn't like that. I was cute, but that's just me. Anyway, what we got going on now? A situation revealed with T. Michelle Brooks. Do I know T. Michelle? Okay, let's see if I know T. Michelle. I know a T. Michelle. Okay, let me clear the energy and bring T. Michelle on in the room. All right. Grand Rising. How can I help? What can I look into for you today?
Hi, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm wonderful. Thank you for asking.
I am so happy to be here. So, I am calling about my relationship. Um, and I wanted to ask about staying with my husband or not. We've been together 19 years this year.
Okay, don't
And
give more information. Just hold it 1 second. What's his first name?
Deshaun.
Okay, Deshaun and T. Michelle. Just give me a moment.
Tamika.
Okay, Tamika and Deshaun. Let me just pull the energy really quickly and I'll be right back if we can get into your question, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Before you get started, let me just say this. I do feel, I don't know what's going on in the relationship, but I do feel like this marriage does not end until you reach the 28-year mark.
Oh, God.
Damn.
This was 19.
Y'all, is that the kind of response? I did not expect that response. Yeah, it doesn't look like, I just heard that. But anyway, go ahead. If you have a specific question, let's ask it. What's your specific question?
It was that.
Oh.
Should I say?
Yeah, I think that because they did tell me that this relationship is facing complications, quite a few is what I hear, because I feel like they're stacked. Even after I get done with this, we still got to deal with that. And then there are several things here. But I feel like they're telling me that this is a long-term relationship. They're also saying it will last the test of time. Interesting enough, they're telling me it's you that make the difference. So I feel like the decision about this marriage is completely in your hands for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know if your mate would ever leave, but I feel like the decision to keep this relationship going, for some reason, Spirit keeps pointing and saying, it's on you. It's on you.
I feel like God has already released me and said I can do what I want at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And
can you do what you want in that marriage?
No, I mean, as far as do what I want if I want it to go right now.
Okay. Yeah, I do feel that. Now that's the interesting part here, because though you responded in that way, they made me feel like you have the complete power. But I don't think that you're gonna take it. I also feel like you're one of these persons who's very serious about the vows I took, and this is why it has even gone as far as it has.
Exactly.
Well, I will tell you this. I do feel like there's finality in a 9 years. I do feel like there's finality. There is no coming back together after this happens. But I think that it's important that you two remain together, because somebody is going to need the other person desperately in about 2 years. That's going to last for quite some time. There could be, there could be a situation where somebody becomes completely dependent on the other, and you will have come to an understanding of why you remain, even though you didn't think you should. Let me say that. Something else will happen, and you're going to say, okay, I get it now. I understand why this had to happen in this way. And then I feel like you do walk away with a certain sort of freedom, but I don't know how to say this without it sounding terrible, but I feel like your mate is going to have an experience that empowers you in some way. But I keep feeling like God or your spirit team puts you in a position of power over and over again. And that thing is going to, I don't want to say what I see. It's just, he's going to need you.
Well, I see certain things in the 5D sometimes.
Okay.
And there were a couple of times where God told me to go, but I was afraid because I wasn't sure if what I saw was real. And I wasn't sure if it was God showing it to me or some other entity.
Did you see death or sickness?
No, I didn't see either. I saw it as a reason to go. And he was like, It was in the middle of the night, like right at the 2, 3 o'clock hour.
Mm.
And it was like, leave. And I was like, you know how you've been praying and praying incessantly, like, I just need to know, like, should I just go? And then finally it was like, this is your release. And then
How long ago was that?
that was a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
But because it was so sudden, it was such a shocker. I didn't know if it was because I wanted it so bad. It was what I wanted to hear.
pure message you got 2 years ago. Pure message. Pure.
And it scared me. So I thought, you just, you drummed that up yourself. It's because you want it so bad. And so I didn't.
And I think that because you didn't, you may have re-entered a cycle.
That's what I think I did.
Mm-hmm. That cycle, I don't think ends with a little bit more time. And when it does, I think that when it does, there's permanent separation. But let me also tell you, when you got that direct message, leave now, that was not a spirit said pure message. Pure message. It was your door. Go now.
But it was like to do it fast. And it was like in the middle of the night. And I have like 2 kids. So I was like, what?
They see the land clearly. One time I was waking in the middle of the night out of my sleep. I was dreaming and I heard put cinnamon around your bed. And I'm like, okay, I'll do that later.
Right.
Do it now. And I woke up. I was like, oh shit. I just went up to the kitchen half sleep. I'm looking for cinnamon in the dark. What the hell? And then I did what they said and got back in the bed. And the dream I was having completely disappeared. But I also recognized 2 days later that somebody was trying to send energy towards me. So had I not moved when they said move the way, because at first I was like, no, I'm not getting it. This is this dream affecting me. Let me go pee and go back to sleep. They said, now. So sometimes they have to yell at you that way, but we do think it's our ego. We think, oh, that's just me. That's not spirit. When spirit speaks, even if you think it's your ego, sometimes you should just move.
Yep.
And that was the thing. I feel like you went back into a cycle with this person.
Yeah. I realize that now.
But something's going to happen so that you don't repeat the cycle again, to be honest.
So to me, like, do I need to get myself ready? Like, do I need to like start working out? Like, are you saying like, do I need to be like?
I just think emotionally and mentally, you probably need to make sure that you're clear and clean and open to what may come. I don't think you're in any physical danger or harm, and I don't think mentally or emotionally you're in any danger or harm. But I do think that your life will change a bit based on an experience that your mate has that makes this person in some sort of way completely dependent on you. Completely. I also feel like when this happens, forgiveness is automatic and the past becomes the past.
Forgiveness on my part?
Everybody's. Whatever existed in the past, it's almost like, let's say you're in the middle of an argument and then a tsunami hits. We kind of forget about the argument to save our lives, our homes, our things, our cats, our dogs.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because the tsunami is huger than that and the roof of our house is gone.
Right. Right.
That's kind of, so, while you're in this thing, something bigger comes and you like, oh, I forgot. I haven't thought about that in a couple of years. Because this thing here has been that kind of deal. Yeah. But your spirit team is going to make sure you don't repeat the lesson again. That's for sure.
Are my kids going to be okay?
Everybody's going to be okay. Okay. Well, ultimately. But you don't have to worry about your children or your. Everybody's going to be okay. Let me just say that.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's your rule. Okay. Thank you for allowing me to read for you today.
Thank you.
It was a
so
gift,
much.
and I wish I had better news, but
I wish
I
too.
think that you kind of are already in alignment with what I was gonna say, and even since you see things in the 5D and you know about cycles, I think that you may have kind of already had a hint at where this was going. But I wish I could just be like, yes, it's over, go. But that's not the story I can give today.
That's okay.
Okay. Thank
All
you
right.
for allowing me to read for you today. It was a gift and a blessing. I look forward
Thank
to
you so much.
it soon. Bye now.
Bye bye. Take care.
You too. Wow. Taking you all through. I gotta, how much time do we have?
We're actually up.
Okay. Thank you so much, Control. So, I have to find language, y'all, because I can't always say what I see. I need to find tact, how to use tact to say what I see instead of just being like, I'm not gonna say it. I gotta use words. I have to find words, better words, and I will, so that I can give you all information without scaring you, and also without speaking to things that don't look so bright, still with love. You know what I mean? I have to find the language. So I'm learning every day. Thank you all for showing up. Thank you for coming into the room. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. It's a gift and a blessing. I mean, look at all the places you could potentially be: Starbucks, work, school, television, another reader's channel. Yet you're right here with me. And for that, I'm so grateful to all of you. Thank you for allowing me to cry on your shoulders today. You're a gift and a blessing to me. And because of that, I offer you grace and space. I send you love and light. I challenge you to drown a mother in love and give them an upside down pistol and kill them with forgiveness. Until we meet again.